All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays. Coming to you live from downtown Prague. I'm right in the center of town, right next to the Charles Bridge, which is why I kind of positioned the camera over here on this side, just so I can show you guys before we start the show. So really cool. My friend has this Airbnb apartment, which is awesome. But literally, that is Charles Bridge. If you've never been to Prague, Charles Bridge is probably one of their top two attractions. It's Charles Bridge, and then it's that famous clock, the astrological clock. But this is literally my apartment. I could just walk out and take the stairs right up to the bridge. The stairs are like right there. So that's the end of the bridge. And the center of town is this way because you see the bridge rising. Super cool, right? Super cool. Also, now you guys know kind of where I am. You can triangulate where I am. Also see the time right there. Hopefully that's accurate. 10 to noon. My computer is always on New York time. Really cool apartment too. Check this out. The kitchen, that's the living room. And the bedroom is through that door back there. All right. Put the camera back. I don't know if this will be better or worse. But anyway, we're going to screen share. Prague's a really cool city. Really cool city. But just like Poland, a lot of Ukrainians. Basically, the Ukrainians escaping Ukraine for obvious reasons. A lot of Ukrainians are here. Also in Poland. I mean, Ukraine has a lot of people. It's a huge country. It's the biggest country in Europe. And it has, 40 million people? And I would say by the time this is over, about 15 to 20 million Ukrainians are going to be basically living in Western Europe. Which would make it interesting from a geopolitical perspective. Because if, for example, there are more Ukrainians in Ukraine than in Poland, and they have voting rights for president, they're going to end up electing a Ukrainian president in Poland. And I would just say it'll be a very interesting dynamic. Yeah, I know the light's coming from the back. It's because I wanted to show you guys. I mean, I can sit on the side there. I can have a white wall behind me, but I'm going to screen share, so it doesn't really matter. All right. Screen share. This is an unprecedented bearish run. The week has just started. We have another week incoming. Today is already Tuesday. So this week starts off on another bearish start. We've already broken, we've already had a historical downtrend in Bitcoin, and it's only continuing. I do think this trend is going to eventually break. I mean, Bitcoin can't go down every week forever and ever and ever. But as I said yesterday, the probability of black or red, or the probability of a heads landing is always 50-50. Though the probability of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 consecutive heads is very low. Someone replied to the comments yesterday. I once saw 17 reds in a row in a casino. Yeah, it's possible. Can we have 17 weeks of downside? It's possible. See, according to the MRI, this is only the 7th week of a downtrend, even though it's the 9th week of red candles. But we can start going up in price while maintaining the bearish MRI count. I would love for this to get to an MRI buy situation a couple of weeks from now. Usually I say the lower that buy is, the better. Unfortunately, not this time. This time, the lower the better will only apply if it's lower than 25,000. If it's lower than our current price, but above 25,000, it doesn't actually make it better because it gets us close to a double bottom. And as you guys know, I don't like double bottoms as buying opportunities. I find them always to be questionable. You can see a bunch of double bottoms here. You can see how we were acting as support. And we did bounce off the moving average, and it was great. And of course, I was bullish up here. But I never really expected us to bounce right there. The reason I didn't expect us to bounce right there was because it was a multi-level bottom, like a double bottom, triple bottom, quadruple bottom. And these quadruple bottoms tend to break to the downside. So I wasn't comfortable with the initial bounce off of these prices. Eventually, I had to give in to the bullish trend. But you can see that now we are lower than these prices were. So we need to establish a clear low without creating a double bottom. So if we do come back down to 25,000, it will make me very uncomfortable in calling for a bottom at 25,000 because we've already been there. So we would have to go lower and touch the moving average at 22, and ideally a smidge lower than that to really separate ourselves from all prior lows. And then I can be confident that the bounce is legitimate. Now, here's our allocation. As you can see, we are dropping. I was like talking about this chart to someone else, so I kind of deleted all of my horizontal lines because they were in the way. We continue to consolidate. I believe I had my line around here, right near the top, and I said, hey, I would consider adding to my position up there. I also had a line near the bottom of the candle, and that says, hey, I would consider dropping this position right here. So what am I doing? I am actually doing nothing for the next 14 hours. Absolutely nothing. But I will tell you this. If the next candle is a rally, so we're going to put the lines back up. I'm going to wait till the next candle. Ideally, I believe I would have said it has to be the next candle. If the next candle is breaking the high of current candle, or at least gets close to the high of current candle, I'm very interested in adding to my bullish position. If next candle is breaking below current candle's low, well, I can be a little bit more lenient here. I do have a bullish bias. If the next candle is going below all three of these lows, so I think this has the lowest low, and I give myself a little bit of wiggle room. So where is this line? 28.5. I'm good till 28.5. If we start trading below 28.5 and we hang around there for over a few hours, I will go into full cash. But if next candle starts trading above 30,500 and maybe even lower than that, maybe even just above 30,200, I would be interested in adding to my bullish position. This has now been a pretty long-winded consolidation. You can see I still have this blue line on here. The blue line should really go down there. This is my shit is gonna hit the fan line. I really don't want to remove this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this because I was right about this arrow. I'm gonna leave it like that, but I'm gonna add another arrow. saying that if we break this horizontal line and we spend, let's say, half a day down there, man, I really think we're going to go down and go down hard. And then, of course, I kept waiting for us to rally to the $37,000 area before getting rejected and going down. Probably wouldn't go down as steeply, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. And the moving average is now significantly low. Look how the moving average is separated. They crossed over here, but the price couldn't get over it. So Bitcoin's in trouble. Down we go. Willie has stopped doing his newsletter. I'm not up to date on-chain analytics, but I've always let the price guide me. Will there be any trading workshops this year? Probably not. I'm not really doing trading workshops. It's all on webinars. Guys, my only form of revenue these days is basically the financial summits. This will be like the only place to talk to me in person soon. I will probably stop traveling and public speaking. I don't really do workshops anymore. This is basically it. Other than that, I don't really make any money. So I'm probably going to go back to trading. But if I go back to trading, then either these videos are going to end or these videos are going to be very different. There's not going to be a live chat. That's for damn sure. Because I'm not going to want any distractions. So I hope people come out to these financial summits, because conferences don't pay me. I don't get paid to speak at conferences. I have to travel at my own expense 80% of the time. So me traveling the world, I'm spending my own money, which is why I end up flying Ryanair, because it's when you don't make any money and you have to use your savings to travel the world and hang out with people and enjoy life, you tend to, in a Bitcoin bear market, you tend to not buy too many expensive flights. But I am thinking of going full into trading and opening a family office with my own money, of course. I don't like trading other people's money. Not what I do. I have no idea what's going to happen with the Bitcoin ETF. I don't think Gary Gensler is interested in approving a spot ETF. But yeah, come out to the Dominican Republic, guys. Rented this entire castle for traders and money managers. I'm also just tired of the stupidity in the crypto space. I'm just tired of dealing with it. Tired of explaining to people why their shitcoin is a scam. Am I not afraid of monkeypox? I'm not afraid of monkeypox, but if you guys seen the reports, it's clearly another engineered virus. Like it's another weaponized virus. I mean, monkeypox has been around since the 1970s, and it doesn't spread like like the flu does or like the coronavirus does, right? But it seems to have started doing that. I mean, there's just a lot of evil people in the world, and all they do is, I mean, it's if you're working on one of these viruses, you're just an evil person. I've lost a lot of respect for the scientific community, and I have a science team, but I've lost a lot of respect for doctors. I have very little respect for doctors. I've lost a lot of respect for scientists. Like, and the doctors did it to themselves. They didn't speak up against bad doctors, and now all doctors are seen, by my view, as mostly evil. people. Because they didn't speak up. They didn't speak up during COVID. They stayed quiet. They obeyed their masters. So now I see. Now I have very little respect for the entire profession. All right, let's go back to the daily chart. Fauci should be in prison. If the scientific community gets together and throws Fauci and Gates in prison, I will gain respect once again for the medical and the scientific community. Until that happens, it's hard for me to respect the medical scientific community if Fauci is, still walking around making policy and not in prison. As you can see, we once again came right up to this line on the 1 hour chart and could not break it. Could not break above it. There it is again. GBTC, well, as long as we're consolidating or going down, the premium is continuing to get decimated. Waiting for that little bit of a bull run, and then I expect the premium to go away. I mean, I'm waiting for the days where they try to convince us that the Earth is flat or that the Earth is going around the sun. Because a lot of these scientists, they don't actually independently think, they just do what they're told. It's really hard to think independently. Something will get you. Even those that navigated, the peaceful protests of Antifa, and then they didn't buy into the election, and then they didn't buy into the whole COVID nonsense. Eventually, something gets them, and the Russia-Ukraine war got them. They succumbed to propaganda, news articles, and gave up their ability to independently think. Eventually, something gets you. Maybe something will get me one day. Maybe the next thing will get me. I don't know. But maybe it's also because I'm a dyslexic reader, and I'm a little dyslexic when it comes to languages, and I'm very mathematical. So I can kind of avoid the written propaganda. Maybe that helps. I don't know. Maybe you need to be dyslexic like me when it comes to reading and writing. I don't know what it is. But eventually something gets everybody. Same thing, like so many Bitcoiners, they stayed away from scams, and then eventually a scam got them. Eventually a scam convinced them that this is the token they need to promote. I really don't think the Democrats are going to get smashed all that much. I don't. I really don't. Gold. Gold is rallying back up a little bit. Wow, look how nicely it held the trend line. That was impressive. So this is interesting. The stock market is down, but the Bitcoin price is still hanging in there on today's candle. But the market's not open yet. You know, it's 6 a.m. in New York. So let's see where the stock market opens, but we're just super correlated, the Bitcoin and stock market. Stock market rallied a little bit, so we may break the trend of too many down candles. I'm a few days behind on Gonzalo's videos. It's really hard to keep up with. It's really hard for me to keep up with the geopolitical news while at the same time trying to meet and socialize with people as I travel, and at the same time trying to organize and promote the event. Is just challenging. But it's a great event. That's why I'm like trying to connect. I DM people one at a time, like trying to convince them to come. I know it's expensive, but it's about the same price as a vacation would cost you. But this is more than a vacation. It's as good as a vacation based on the places we choose. But you get so much out of it. So yeah, try to join us if you can. And subscribe to our channel. We're going to be posting more content on it. So let's see how many subscribers we have. 224, still 224. Hey guys, subscribe to the channel, support. We're trying to get ads off of this channel, but for that we need 1,000 subscribers and like 4,000 minutes watched, or hours, 4,000 hours watched. And we only have 3 videos of like 10 minutes. So it'll take us a while to get to 4,000 hours watched. Trading MRI. Oh, it logged me out. Trading MRI. This is not, I didn't build this service, guys. Like people are DMing me, asking me to give them free access. This is not mine. This is a good friend of mine, spent a lot of time and a lot of money building the service. I plan to use this religiously when I start trading, because I mostly trade traditional assets. And this is very useful to me because it helps me identify. It also has an alert feature, but well, that's a very cheap stock. Well, whatever this stock is, it's bullish in a sea of red. So if you think the market's going to turn around, you may want to go with one of these bullish stocks. This is Albemarle. I've never heard of this company, but that is a very nice looking daily chart about to come up on an MRI sell daily. But look at this pattern. I really like it. Weekly, it was supported by the MRI support line. And monthly, it had its MRI top, had a 1 to 4 month correction right on schedule. And now it's rallying nicely. Whatever this company is, it seems to be doing pretty well. So this is how you can find amazing trading opportunities. We have the entire crypto portfolio. You can see how bearish that is. And you have your favorites. These are my favorites. So DraftKings is bottoming. DraftKings has been doing very badly. Oh, there it is. It finally reversed. DraftKings finally reversed. Was waiting for that. Wow, DraftKings came all the way down to $9.77. Look at this monthly. It's really nice. DraftKings is actually on the bottom. It's not bottoming. It's literally at the bottom. And I think I mentioned that this is a monthly MRI buy for DraftKings. came all the way down to like its IPO area. But that's how you can find stocks. All right, let me look at your live chat, guys, and I'm gonna wrap this up. How's the island going? Well, I need to get back to Panama and find out. Yeah, the whole you can look at pictures from 100 years ago, and the water level has not changed in many places. It's incredible how all the people are pushing that climate change and how islands are going to be on the water are buying up all the islands, are building their beach homes that are worth tens of millions of dollars, using up more energy than an entire zip code in other parts of your country. Yeah, the water level has not changed in 100 years. It's the same. Some islands are gonna disappear, new islands are gonna form. Though less new islands are gonna form, then islands are gonna disappear. What you guys have to understand about geology is on a longer time scale, flatness prevails. Basically, gonna do a very basic geology lesson for everyone. The Earth had way more volcanic activity the further back in the history of Earth you go. 1 billion years ago, there were constant volcanoes. That is what built our mountains. Also the tectonic plates. But the volcanic activity on the planet has been slowing down. Now, the planet will have less and less volcanic activity over time. Now, granted, solar radiation can accelerate some volcanic activity or drop it down. But on a longer time scale, on a billion-year time scale, flatness will prevail. What does that mean? That means new mountains, new lands, new volcanoes are not being created as fast as the current mountains and the current land is being eroded by wind and water and other natural elements. So the potential of someday in the future of actually having water world is possible, even without humans on the planet, right? Because flatness will eventually prevail. Very quick geology lesson for everyone. I do have a degree in geology. I'm not like randomly talking about shit I know nothing about. One of these days, I want to go on some geological / archaeological expeditions. Maybe like try to dig up like an old Mayan temple or something. Oh yeah, oil. I haven't talked about oil. Yeah, that chart looks bullish as hell. Looks bullish as hell. But water goes lower when more stuff gets in. No, it goes higher. When you get into a bathtub, the water level rises. So as more and more stuff gets put into the ocean, technically the ocean rises, right? Like as more and more dirt goes into the ocean. Let me look at some stocks. Let's look at Twitter. What is this? Oh, that's that other stock we looked at. Oh, wow. Look at it. This thing pulled back yesterday. I was talking about how great this rebound was, but you can also see how it ran into a buzzsaw of the moving average. Yeah, this could be a nice potential buy. This is a smallpox, the monkeypox vaccine company. You should Google, is monkeypox just shingles from the vaccine? God, these vaccines. I applaud everyone that didn't get one, by the way. Congratulations. Now you just gotta find another person that wouldn't get one so that you can have children um, of non-vaccinated. Like it's gonna be weird with like eventually like enough people got vaccinated that the whole world will eventually be vaccinated, right? Because your kids will have the mRNA from the vaccine. But they're gonna inject that stuff into you in other ways, right? It'll be like mechanical mosquitoes flying around injecting mRNA into you, whether you like it or not. So welcome to the future. This is the World Economic Forum's future, by the way. Okay, as usual, we are looking at our. Oh, I'm off to Turkey tomorrow. I'm gonna have a very. I can't believe how their currency is just being decimated. Wow. I'm going to Turkey tomorrow. And the ruble. Oh, jeez. Oh my God. Like, I know people don't believe this. They're in shock. They're like, this rate is not real. It can't be real. Well, then explain it to me. Explain it other than magic. We've broken so many levels here. Oh boy. At this rate, the 1 ruble is going to be more valuable than $1. This keeps going. But it is hard for people in Russia to, buy goods and services because the world has cut them off. And China is not really helping them. So people in Russia are hurt. The government of Russia is doing very well, especially with this currency appreciating. But if you think that hurting the people and making the people broke will cause a revolution in Russia, that would replace Putin with a pro-Western president, that's not going to happen. I don't believe that's going to happen. So nothing good is going to come from this. Well, I'm pretty sure there are crypto exchanges in Russia that would convert your rubles to Bitcoin at pretty much the government rate. And then you can move the Bitcoin. I'm actually going to text some friends and see what the actual street price of the dollar is. What is the real street price of RUB to USD in Moscow or in Russia? Let's do Moscow. I'll see if a friend of mine replies. What does DM mean? It means direct message. The reason why ruble is so high is because Western countries can't sell it. Why do Western countries have rubles to sell? But yeah, Goldman Sachs not being able to manipulate the Russian ruble is probably not a bad thing. Now, I did find out that the Ukrainian currency is significantly weaker than the chart shows, because this is artificial. This is an artificial rate of the Ukrainian hryvnia, and nobody wants this currency. Nobody. So if you are sitting on the Ukrainian currency, there's maybe a government bank or two that's still open that will exchange it at 30 hryvnia per US dollar. But in reality, it's going to cost you close to 40. Because why would someone want the Ukrainian currency? People aren't even sure there's going to be a Ukraine. So this, I know for a fact, is an artificial rate, and it's significantly worse because nobody wants it. With the Russian ruble, it's needed to buy gas and oil. All right, guys, this is pretty much it. I'm gonna get going, get some work done, then meet up with my friends for lunch. Though I'm probably just gonna have a drink and then wait for a proper steak dinner. Great meat here in Prague. That's why I like it. I'm gonna show you the view of the Charles Bridge one more time. Come and join us in the Dominican Republic for the Financial Summit. It's an amazing event. We're gonna put up our next destination on sale soon, but I'm trying to get as many people to the Dominican Republic as I can. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Let me show you the view of Charles Bridge. One, sitting here next to the window, so I have enough cord space to show you this incredible view out the window. That is Charles Bridge. That and the astronomical clock are the biggest attractions. The bridge is super cool. These old carved saints mostly are all throughout the bridge. You see them there. You see them there. Really big ones there. Oh, maybe I should zoom in. Hold on. Let me see if I can zoom in. See if I can zoom in the camera. That's as zoomed in as I can get. And see it now. Super cool, right? And there's the other ones. Awesome apartment I'm in. Shout out to my friend. I guess I can say the first name, won't hurt. Shout out to Adam for the Airbnb. Yeah, I may just be like publicly tweeting out. I'm like, hey, I kind of want to come to this country. Who has a Airbnb apartment they can put me up in? So I can continue traveling and doing these videos and interacting with people. No, not Adam Meister. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching.